Hello everyone. I thought today I would read this story, The Kissing Hand, by Audrey Penn. It's a story about how we can keep people in our hearts and in our hands, even when we're not able to be with them. So I've set myself up here in a cozy little corner with my little dog Chester, so that this is maybe a story that you could listen to and look at the pictures with. It's a story about Chester Raccoon. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you?" Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do," she told him gently, "even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start." "You will make new friends and play with new toys, read new books, and swing on new swings. Besides," she added, "I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home." Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. "A secret? What kind of secret?" "A very old secret," said Mrs. Raccoon. "I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the Kissing Hand." "The Kissing Hand?" asked Chester. "What's that?" "I'll show you," Mrs. Raccoon said. She took Chester's left hand and opened his tiny little fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. "Now," she told Chester, "whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, 'Mommy loves you, Mommy loves you.' And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts." She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. "Now, do be careful not to lose it," she teased him. "But don't worry. When you open your hand and wash your food, I promise you that kiss will stick." Chester loves his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would be with him wherever he went, even to school. That night, Chester stood in front of school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. "Now you have a kissing hand too," he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and "I love you," Chester turned and danced away. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across a tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. Warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. I thought this story kind of feels a little bit special for these times when instead of being worried about being away from home, kiddos might sometimes be worried about what's happening out in the world while they're safe at home. Kiddos might also maybe be worried and missing some important people in their lives that they're not able to see right now. Those might be friends, teachers, other family members, and grandparents. I wonder what ways you could use the idea of the kissing hand to share your thoughts and feelings and love for some of those people. Maybe you could draw a picture of your hand and do a heart right in the middle of it. Maybe that's a picture that you could mail to your grandparents, or you could draw a picture on a computer and send it in a video link. There's all kinds of ways for us to stay safe at home and still share and know that we're loved. Thank you for listening.